Ladies and gentlemen, was the night? And why is the atmosphere here so cool and dark? Well, I think you already know what topic I'm going to bring up now. Welcome to my storytelling session. With me, Azra Rania Barashid. I'm from Muhammadiyah 1 Senior High School. At this time, I'm gonna tell you a story about Suster Maria, one of the most popular urban legends in Surabaya. Make yourself comfortable to listen to the story. The story begins with a little girl who is very innocent and has a desire to become a nurse. This little girl named Maria. She's known to be very friendly in her neighborhood and often helps her mother in doing housework. In addition, she's very ambitious to become a nurse. Days never pass without telling her mother about her desire. One fine morning, when Maria was helping her mother, she told her about her desire. Mother, Maria really wants to become a nurse when grows up, said Maria. My daughter, if you want to become a nurse, then you must study hard for it, replied her mother. Maria, who heard that, immediately promised herself to study more diligently until her wish came true. Since then, Maria actively studying at her school. She passed every several health exam and managed to graduate and become a nurse around 1980 at Dr. Sma Hospital, was named CBZ Hospital. Maria started working as a nurse. During Maria's work, she is known to be very friendly to patients and her colleagues. But there is a problem in the hospital where Maria was working. The problem stems from the elevator, which Maria often used to carry out her duties. As you know, guys, nurse often goes up or down the floor to check on their patient, and that become one of Maria's duties. Day passed, Maria working as a nurse. She often had problems with the elevator, but she ignored it because the elevator was working if she waited a few minutes. One time, Maria was in a problem that made her feel uncomfortable and wanted to go home from the hospital where she worked. Whatever the job, there are bound to be problems that sometimes want to finish quickly right away. Maybe that time Maria is in the problem with her college. She didn't want to waste too much time, so she used one of the hospital elevator. But unfortunately, the elevator couldn't work and the door seems to be stuck, which made Maria very upset. And then she checked it. She tried to kick it. What is wrong with you? Come on, I'm in a hurry. And then the elevator door picked up when Maria tried to kick it. But suddenly, the unexpected thing happened. In a few seconds later, when Maria tried to get in the elevator, the door closed very tightly and clamped Maria's body very tightly. Maria tried to get her body out from the elevator. She screamed for help. Help me! My body's stuck in here! Help me! But no one came to her until she tried to get her body out, but she couldn't do it. And the elevator went up, and Maria's body trapped by the elevator. At that day, Maria was found dead by the cleaner. Maria's body was crushed, and Maria face wedged between the elevator. Everyone who saw it shocked. Even some of Maria's friends fainted. The tears followed the entire hospital. Everyone felt lost about her. And Maria's family. After this incident, some of Maria's friends had the same nightmare. Maria came into their dreams with the uniform covered with blood, and her face was very scary, and screamed for help. Help me, my friend, help me. Some of her patients were being treated as we see the figure of Maria walking in front of the room every night. Of course, it made them feel uncomfortable. They passed until the head of hospital decided to close the door for so many years. I'm sorry about Sister Maria. I will tell you one story about her. 20 years after this terrible incident, there was a man named Danny who was visiting his friend at Dr. Sma Hospital at night. After Danny visiting his friend, she walked out of the room and walked down the hallway, which was so dark and so cool. Danny said, "Why it's so dark and why it's so cool? I never feel like this before in hospital." Suddenly, he heard a footsteps right behind him. He turned to check it. It was the nurse. The nurse smiled back at him. He also smiled back. The nurse walked into the elevator. Danny was behind him, seeing her body. Oh my, I never seen a nurse like that before. I don't know what happened with his mind, but she had every intention to harass the nurse. So, the nurse and Danny inside the same elevator. But after that, Danny tried to grab her shoulder and tried to take off her uniform. And she saw her name is Maria. "Stop! Don't do it to me! Don't do it! No!" But Danny just laughed at her and slapped her chest and tell her to be quiet. "You poor woman, try to be quiet first." Suddenly, the lights in the elevator went out, and the machine of the elevator stopped. Then he was surprised with that. But he realized that Maria has gone. She tried to check it everywhere, but he can't find Maria. After that, Danny looked up the elevator. He saw a glimpse of Maria, but it was different because her face, it looked very scary. That made him feel so scared. Oh my god, why is that? After that, he heard a whisper of a woman saying, Danny, why you do this to me? Of course, it made him feel so scared. After that, he tried to check the bell. He tried to click the bell. Hope it was working. And of course, it worked. The elevator door opened. When he tried to get exit, his body seems to be stuck. He can't even move. He could only see Maria's figure. Why you do this? Come on, just let me out. After that, Maria just stared at him. And Danny still screaming, help, help! Just don't do this to me. Just let me out. But the unexpected thing happened after that. The doors closed very tightly and clamped Danny's body until his body was crushed and his face wedged between the elevator. Blood flowed in everywhere. After that morning, his body was found crushed by the cleaner. And after that, the head of hospital decided to close the elevator. And the head of the hospital couldn't stop praying for that. Well, I think it's all for me, guys. What do you think about Sister Maria's story? And I hope you guys very comfortable to listen to the story. And that's all for me. See you.